I'm Mike Brienza, and I'm going to be breaking down your learning management systems. In today's video, I'm going to break down Schoology, Canvas, Moodle, and Blackboard. Schoology and Canvas are typically more geared towards K through 12 education and occasionally higher ed, whereas Moodle and Blackboard have typically been more geared towards higher ed and corporate settings. In terms of the focus that we're going to look at today, it's going to be about cost breakdown, user experience, the hosting requirements, all the built-in tools and offerings that they each have, and training. In terms of cost breakdown, Moodle is the cheapest of all while being free, whereas Blackboard Canvas, they were a little bit more difficult in terms of providing costs without having to go into inquiries and demos, while Schoology was pretty upfront with their costs. So Schoology offers actually the one of the cheapest ones for the paid subscriptions. Those are $10 per student typically for a school district that is 10,000 students or so. Um, each of them have different price breakdowns. Uh, Canvas offers a free option, but you don't get as many features. They each have different tiers, allowing you to expand accessibility and different features and unlock different features as the more pricey the cost of it gets. In terms of user experience, Canvas and Schoology focus heavily on a easy user friendly interface, whereas Blackboard and Moodle focus on more of their platforms, but not as an easy to use kind of interface. So Canvas has more of a stack menu the same way that Schoology does, but they have a great way of integrating grading features, whereas Schoology has excellent assessment tools. Um, Canvas integrates third party integration really, really well, whereas Schoology kind of struggles with it a little bit more. In terms of Blackboard, there's a lot of pieces to it, but can be kind of difficult for users who are new to it. Um, the one strong part with the user experience in terms of Blackboard is that they have strong publications that integrate with it. Moodle has a lot of open source and flexible. You can customize and change things as you need. They also have a really strong peer review process. In terms of hosting requirements, Schoology and Canvas both managed hosted using all of the latest kind of browsers, whereas Blackboard is self hosted, managed hosted, and cloud based, so you have a lot of different options with it. Whereas Moodle is all open source, so if you have more tech savvy users, you'll have a lot more kind of options. In terms of built in tools, I'm going to take a look at Schoology and Canvas and then Blackboard and Moodle. This Schoology is incredible for being able to keep courses and archives in terms of its integration. It's kind of simple to use features. It's also really great for mastery learning, whereas Canvas provides a lot of important data. It's a really large platform and can kind of lead to more advanced learning environments. You have really high level annotation and feedback systems. But the key thing is that they both integrate into their systems really well. So you can use your attendance in the same way of their grading. And then both of them don't need to download files, which is not the case in some of the other LMSs. And then they have really similar assessment and assignment models. With Blackboard and Moodle, you have a lot of flexibility and there's a lot of peer collaboration and organization for learners. Blackboard has partnerships with educational publications, so they're able to go and utilize their resources, and then they have really well done large scale video conferencing, which works well for higher education environments and things where you need more blended environments. Whereas Moodle, it integrates with Instructure. It has where it's got a strong language support. It's got flexible interface, and you can do a lot more features with it if you're more tech savvy. In terms of training, Schoology and Canvas, they have pre-built course outlines and prompts to kind of create, whereas Moodle and Blackboard require a little bit more training than you would typically have. In conclusion, um, according to Yamani and et al., um, it found that the learners that view the learner interface as the most important dimension of this decision criteria. And so that's why, in looking at all of the LMSs, Canvas provides typically, I think, the strongest kind of user interface and available features, but Schoology is really, really close up there. Schoology has some of those best kind of integration and assessment options, being able to do a lot of different things. But Blackboard and Moodle are both kind of a more open source, flexible interface, but to provide a lot of strong opportunity. Here are some of my references, some of the reviews, some of the evaluations that I went through. Thank you so much for your attention.